Some people are better than others. Some teams are great, while some are awful. Some companies go up, while others dive down. Why? Well, there are many different reasons, but I would like to talk about one significant reason I have encountered in my career and a great possible solution. All companies face challenges. It's simply the nature of the beast we call business. However, some companies, when choosing possible solutions, tend to ignore best practices and focus almost exclusively on a top-down style of management. All their strategic decisions are being made within a very small, closely connected group of executives with little to no real input from the file and rank. Now, don't get me wrong, some tactical and daily operational decisions are still being made by teams. However, everybody knows there's a very clear line separating between operating the business and steering it. The problem with this approach to solving business challenges is that as a leader, you're limiting yourself to a narrow set of data for any possible solution. Either you use your own experience or that of your small group of executives. What ends up happening more often than it should is that a less than optimal set of solutions get chosen, and then they're presented to the company for implementation. By the time these solutions reach employees, they're largely a mismatch of conflicting ideas, and people either ignore them or interpret them in a very different way. Now, does this sound familiar to you? Have you faced this type of solution process in your company? Well, don't despair. There is a solution. It's called positive deviances. In a nutshell, the idea is very, very simple. For many business challenges, the optimal solutions, they're already being used within the organization and without any extra resources. Now, what do I mean? Think about it for a moment. In every company, there seems to be some people and teams that, without receiving any special treatment or special resources, are simply doing better than everyone around them. They are more productive, they have better sales numbers, they close more support tickets, their projects run smoothly. The idea behind positive deviances is that as a leader, you must find these individuals and learn from them. What is it that makes them better? In effect, as a leader, you're saying, you, the person who does this every day, the person who will have to implement any strategic decision that I make, what is it that you know that I am not aware of? You are already doing a great job, so now please teach me. Well, this might sound a lot simpler than it is. It requires two things which are not easy to come by. One is a leader who is willing to admit that they don't know everything. Two, a trust relationship between leadership and employees such that the positive deviances are going to be willing to openly share their knowledge without the fear of being dismissed or, even worse, being made fun of. There has to be a willingness within the company for bottom-up management. That's a style of management where leadership is open to learning from employees. And I mean really learn, not lip service type of town hall meetings Q&A. If you have this type of leadership in your company, the potential benefits from positive deviances is very significant. Here's a quick recipe for what you should do. First, clearly define the problem you want to solve. For example, don't say increase sales or reduce project delivery times. Rather, what you want to say is increase sales for large companies that make at least $2 million a year by 20%. Or reduce project delivery times for web and mobile implementations so they're no more than 4 months. The more specific you are, the better. Since the people you're asking to help you, the positive deviances, these are people of action. They get things done, they want specifics. Two, identify within your organization the relevant positive deviances that can help you solve your challenges. These individuals or teams are usually very easy to spot. They have a track record of success, they don't require any special resources, and they get things done. Now, be careful. Do not be fooled by those people who make a lot of noise, but in reality, they don't get anything done. They just know how to take credit. Many positive deviances are actually quiet. They're introverts. They don't waste time on internal politics and impression management. They can't do that. They need to get work done. Third, once you have the relevant positive deviances identified, and you have to remember each challenge might require a completely different set of teams or individuals. Now that you have identified them, you need to approach them and ask for their help. Present your problem statement and ask them how they would solve it. What you want is their honest opinion and best practices. Do not pressure them into giving you the answer you want to hear. This is an exercise in listening, not in talking. Last but not least, have them present the solution to the company, not you. Your job is to embrace the solution and provide the needed support. What you want is for employees to embrace these solutions as realistic and practical, something that they understand is already being used by one of their own, someone who has a track record of dealing with the daily realities of work. Give this a try. I have found this to be one of the most effective ways not only to manage people, but to get amazing solutions from the least expected places.